Black Lives Matter, miss me with that. Part two. In my mind, Heather B is saying to me out loud, go low, demo, go low. In my mind. Let me give a prerequisite. I am not judging anybody. It's going to sound like a personal attack if what I say applies to you in your life. It is not that. It is not meant for that. I want you to take yourself personally out of the situation as you listen to this short, off the top presentation. Okay? The Black Lives Movement is not my movement. It's just not. Okay? Because if you have to say Black Lives Matter, then you have to concede that up until you saying it, Black lives didn't matter. Now, does Black Lives matter to you when it is taken, that life is taken by somebody who's not black, or that somebody by somebody who's white? Or does Black Lives matter all the time? Do all lives matter all the time? First off, you motherfuckers got to stop saying black. Okay? And I get it. You listening to people online on these YouTubes that are talking about black this, black that programming. Get that shit out your head. Black is an adjective. It is not a noun. It does not describe a person, place, or thing. And furthermore, it doesn't describe nationality. Okay? Now, if you would just claim a nationality and put that on the record, that's when your life will matter. But you don't have a nationality because all you do is talk black this, black that. And I get it. We can't all agree on what to call ourselves. We don't have to agree on what to call ourselves. If you are brown, dig into your family's past, talk to your oldest relatives, and find out, what area they're from. And then go look at the oldest maps you can find. Go to the library, go through all of the oldest information you can find to find the people who were living in that area where your family says they originate from. And you don't stop until you start seeing depictions of certain flags. And then you look up those flags and find out what the nationality of those people who were living in that area where your family says they come from. You can skip the genealogy test. You can skip that, okay? This ain't the age to be giving your DNA to anybody. This is not the age to let anybody stick a needle in you for any reason. That's another video. We've already talked about that, but I'm going to continue to talk about that. Sidebar. I hope I don't get distracted too much. Went in the Publix today, and I'm used to seeing 60-40 as far as these masks are concerned. Today, maybe I could count 5 people who weren't wearing the mask. 95% of y'all, 98% was just in there, just mask strong. Designer masks, rhinestones in the mask, and all kinds of stuff. So it discourages me from making videos like this, and I can hear Heather B, who I don't know personally, saying, "Go low, demo, go low. Don't sugarcoat shit. Go low." I can hear her say that in my mind. It's the funniest thing. I wish I had a voice sample. Maybe she could email me a voice sample saying "Go low, demo," so I could put it on my daggone video. That would be dope. Because I don't go low often, but I'm gonna go low here in a few minutes. Just you wait for it. You would say, "Wait for it. It's coming." These masks. If I can't get you to see the importance in being able to breathe your oxygen and keeping your oxygen at the 20% range when the mass brings your oxygen intake to 17.4 to 17.7, depending on the thickness of the mass. If we can't do anything simple like that, then all the major stuff, oh my gosh, it's like I feel like sometimes I'm wasting my time. Other than being on the record, other than offering the information with people or attachments to people who you would deem more qualified to talk about it. Who's talking about it? Enough with the mass. Miss me with the Black Lives Matter. Okay? Do they only matter when the life is taken by somebody who's not black? Or do they only matter when the life is taken by a cop? You all are claiming black. That's what you are. You're saying you're black. What you don't realize is you've been programmed to do that. Black, Negro, colored, African American. Tell me where these lands are. Where's the land of the blacks? Some smartass would say every continent on the plane of the earth. And you would be correct in that. But again, we're dealing with ocean law. Everything is written according to sea merchants. This is craziest stuff. Okay? Right? What's your nationality? You have to pick one. You have to research your nationality. You have to pick one. Okay? So miss me with the Black Lives Matter. First off, I'm not black. Said that already. And neither are you. You can be black if you want to, but let me tell you, as long as you remain black, you can believe that you will continue to see black, what you call black, people getting stomped out on and knees to the neck and shot up on video. Now they posing for the camera. Dude knew he had his knee on his neck and knew he was being recorded. He was just like, posing for it with his ironed on badge, his partner's ironed on badge. But that's another video, and I've already talked about that. Y'all fall for anything. Not all of you, some of you. We have a why disease. We're going to ask why. Black Lives Matter, why? Do Black Lives Matter? About to go low. Go low, demo. Go low. I'm about to go low. Again, if this applies to you, this is not a personal attack. I don't know your situation, and I'm not passing judgment. I guess my why question would be actually a when question. When do so-called Black Lives matter? When? When do they matter? We are told that we make up 13% of the population. That's what we're told. But yet we make up 35% of the abortion rate. Do Black Lives Matter during abortions? Whoa. I'm not attacking you personally. I don't know your circumstances. What I'm saying is, do Black Lives matter to the unborn babies? We got to start there first, okay? My mom, and I love my mom, she was in the military, had a career, was going to go to law school, had big plans, mess around and, life happens and you get pregnant and, there's a decision to make. You have these dreams that you want to go and pursue and do stuff. She wanted to be a lawyer. She had a military Air Force, career, and I'm sure that she considered abortion. I'm sure. It's not something I would ever ask her, but I'm sure she considered it. She never said it, but from what our discussions, she didn't have to say it. She made a choice, and if she made a choice to raise me and be a mom, that means she made a choice between that and not raising me to be a mom. I will always love my mom just for that, just allowing me to get through the portal, to be here to talk to you in this moment. My gosh. Man, she's got, let me see, 6 grandchildren as a result of that, so She could have easily made another decision. You know, do Black Lives Matter with regard to abortions? How are we 13% of the population and have 35% abortion rate? Do what you call Black Lives matter then? Nah, nah. Ain't nobody marching in the streets for that. There's people that are anti-abortion. I ain't even talking about that. But when I'm talking to since you like the George Soros funded Black Lives Matter campaign, George Soros didn't start Black Lives Matter, but they're funding the shit out of it. Do Black Lives matter for abortions? That's a question, and it's a valid question. Okay, because that 35%, these we need that 35% on this plane. We just do. There's a use for them. We need them here. Okay, I'm just saying. Do Black Lives, what you would call Black Lives Matter? I don't subscribe to that term black. Does it matter when we shoot each other? All right, 14 shot at a funeral. Y'all gang banging on funerals now? My gosh. I don't need to know the details. I know that it's a funeral. Somebody's there to pay respect to whoever has who was left this plane, however they left the plane, and 60 plus shells bust at a funeral. Do what you call Black Lives Matter? Did it matter then? They miss me with that. And there's an old savage. I don't want to say his name because I actually subscribe to him because I like a lot of the stuff he says. I disagree on some stuff, and this is just one of the things I disagree on. He refers to himself as the savage. He's a savage. He does, and I don't want to attack him. I'm not really built like that. You know, but he claims the title black. Like there's some imaginary nation called the Black Nation, where you have where you can lay claim to a land like someone who's Irish or someone who's Italian or someone who's Nigerian, whatever. What land does black attach you to? What land does Negro or colored or African American attach you to? What nationality do you claim? Where is the land located for the nationality that doesn't exist called black? Okay? Or how about this? Why don't you just get a fucking dictionary and look up the parts of speech for the word black and see if that fucking applies to you? Why don't you do that? Okay? I don't care what you call yourself. I don't care if you call yourself a Moor. Were there good Moors? Yes. Were there bad Moors? Yes. There was a lot of dirt going on several hundred years ago on both sides. Yes. You Washita, you'll find out the incorporated nationality and your tribal nationality. Do some research, figure it out, claim it, get it on the record. Okay? Because much running around calling yourself black, that's getting you what you would call justice. You can forget about justice. These guys gonna consistently get off because you don't have a standing. You don't. You are all heirs to the estate, and you have abandoned your state, setting yourself in a state of what is called a minority. And I don't mean minority as far as numbers. I'm talking about minority in terms of that immaturity and knowledge of self as regard nationality. Now, I'm gonna attach a link to a brother. who is very important to get this information from, Asir the Duke, all right? Because he creates content, him and his queen create content in a way where you can absorb it should you choose to, all right? The things that were presented to you, how they were presented to you, it's not how they happen. It's not how they happen. And this guy is one of many who gone through the tedious, tiresome task of detailing, your actual history. And he lays it out for you. And if you get the understanding of what he's presenting, hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of research put into short form for you to digest, years of work to get to the point where he can, describe this stuff effortlessly. My gosh, him and his queen. Or you can choose to ignore it, whatever. We whisper to you. That's all. We whisper to you. We whisper. But again, Black Lives Matter when you are told Black Lives Matter, quote unquote, black. Hate that term. Mr. Savage in Chicago, you do a great service to our people. You would do well to open a dictionary and look up the term black. And then open the dictionary and look up the term nationality. And see if black in any way describes a nationality. Okay? All that crap that's going on in Chicago. I ain't from Chicago. And I'm not talking bad about Chicago. What I'm saying is you and I both know that 114 people were shot on Father's Day in Chicago. 14 killed. You and I both know this, okay? And they were killed by people who look like us. So, quote unquote, Black Lives Matter to who? Does it only matter when it's a white cop who takes our life? Or does it matter all the time? Okay? Because you all get out on the streets and march when you're told to do so. And the same Savage talking about he would have went and got some television camera equipment for his new RB double whatever enterprise. He would have got him some he would have went out there and got him some camera equipment and rioting and whatnot too. You older, you're supposed to know better. You're supposed to know better. In a lot of ways you do. In most ways you do. You were incorrect on this black shit. Okay? Ain't no country. Ain't no Jamaicans are from Jamaica. Okay? Haitians are from Haiti. Right? Nigerians are from Nigeria. Okay? Where's the continent where African Americans live? What landmass is that? What nationality is that? It is not. What nationality is black? Black is not a nationality. What nationality is colored? That is not a nationality. And Asir the Duke goes into great detail to show how your nationality was taken from you and how you were programmed to accept these adjectives to describe you in a way that disinherits you from the trust. What trust? You better look it up. All of these federal buildings and whatnot, all of this stuff all of these businesses all of this, all that they've accumulated in a mass, okay, is pursuant to a trust that we are the heirs of the estate on, okay? But we stay in the minority because we refuse to become the majority by stepping out of the immature minority state of mind to claim your birthright, claim your nationality, whatever it is. Well, what nationality are we? We'll do some research. Know where you're from. Do some research. If your family's from here, and in my case, my family, I can't trace anybody past Hampton, South Carolina, right? So it's real easy to look up who was running around in South Carolina in the Hampton County area. What tribes were that? It's real easy to look that up. Our language and all stolen from us. And even today, you have to communicate in a foreign language. I get it. It's challenging. It ain't that challenging though. You all playing on TikTok, and that's owned by China. China's stealing all your information on some secret war stuff. They got ghost cities set up. Like they have intentions of moving us from here into these ghost cities. Good luck with that shit. Chinese, China, you don't have the balls for that shit. And my people are asleep, and you ain't got the balls for that. Are you kidding me? Come over here if you want. Come over here what you want with that nonsense. Well, Mike, what are you talking about? Well, I mean, 1933, our government went bankrupt. We filed for bankruptcy. We ceased to be a republic and became a corporation. All right, and in that process, collateral was identified. Collateral? What was the collateral? Gold, silver, copper? You say no. The collateral was the citizens. All citizens. Don't care what color you are. You are all collateral for the debt owed by this government. A debt that just gets out of control because they just print money at will. And now they're moving away from printed money. Could be contaminated with the Kobe cooties. The coins, there's a coin shortage now. Could be contaminated with the Kobe cooties. We got to get away from using money just passed through human contact. My gosh, really? Last I checked, the person who works at Publix still stacks the scope mouthwash by hand. And Cindy walks by and picks it up and decides, I need scope. Well, I don't want the green one, I want the blue one. It puts the green one back for me to buy. Right? I mean, enough is enough. My gosh. We are losing the mass war. You can't get you past the mass. I don't know how I'm gonna get you to check out Asia the Duke and his queen. I can't get you to give two rats asses about your daggone breathing in a high amount of your own carbon dioxide. Do me a favor. Start your car, close your garage door opener, roll down your windows. It's a faster process. Okay, you're doing the same thing, it's just a faster process. All right. I felt like I had to do a part 2 to the Black Lives Matter. Miss me with that. Okay, because how could I discuss what you call Black Lives Matter without starting from before the black life is even born, what you would call the black life is even born. You're not even giving that what you call black life a chance to get out the portal. Oh, this is gonna mess up my party. This is gonna mess up my lifestyle. Kids cost money. Well, yeah, kids cost money. It costs money. It costs money. You knew that when you was fucking. It didn't change. Okay, the abortion costs money too. Okay, miss me with Black Lives Matter. When you all are ready to, you're not ready to do that. It ain't even worth completing that. Okay, all right. And then this journey is about know thyself anyway. It ain't know thy people. Brother Panic said it best. I'm about to go against my own knowledge of self. I offer it as a whisper. You take it, you do with it what you wilt, I guess. Do as thy wilt. It's what you live by, you know what I mean? Oh, pregnant, this sucks. Well, Tyrone, you gotta come up with $400. Bing, I can go back to my life. But you in the street talking about Black Lives Matter. Miss me. Fuck you and Tyrone. How about that? Have to be in my head again. Go low, Mike. Go low. Go low, demo. Go low. it sounds like judgment. It is not. I want to bring attention to the double talk, the flip flop, the tennis, the stupidity of you marching over that situation, which is not how it was presented, and burning stuff over that presented, and walking around, you buying T-shirts, you getting designer masks with rhinestones in it, looking hella ridiculous. I don't even like to talk like that. It's the only thing that describes you. Hella ridiculous, and rhinestone masks. You got masks with zippers over your mouth, like you trying to make a statement. Zippers over the mouth. Well, are you consciously aware that you're being forced to be socially distant? Is that your statement in wearing that mask? That's your flag because you're still doing that. Now, if you have to wear a mask because you have to get on a city transportation, do what you got to do. I mean, if you got to wear a mask because the way you pay your bills won't allow you to be at the workplace without a mask, do what you have to do. I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you. Okay? I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about people who have internalized their day-to-day life in a consistent hot bath of fear, false evidence appearing real. Right? So I'm going to choose a couple of links to put in the description about what a virus actually is and is not. Take it or let it alone. All right? There'll be a couple of links in the description. One in particular from a Sid the Duke, in respect to his queen as well. Like I said, again, I don't want to leave her out. You know, we recognize and we respect the work that they do to allow your alarm clocks to go off. This video's already been longer than I wanted it to. But miss me with the Black Lives Matter. When you start caring about the people you see day to day in your own neighborhood, when you start caring enough to be take some sort of interest in these young guys who are angry because of what they've been through. What they've been through. I mean, even just coming into this world. Even coming into this world, you bring your babies to these doctors and let them shoot them with vaccines. And by the time they 10, 12, 13, 14, 15 years old, and they acting out and they all wild, you don't know where this is coming from. Yeah, you do. I'm telling you where it's coming from. Okay? They got to detox. They got to detox. They got to get a lot of this mercury and all this other crap that's in their system out of their system. And they have to do it slowly. Nothing fast. They have to do it slowly over time. Okay? We could talk about ways to do that too. Maybe I'll put that in a link in the description if you care. All right? We've been messed up. We are the heirs of the state. You need to figure out what your nationality is. And you need to take that PSYOP programming of colors, black, colored, Negro, and all this shit, and throw that shit in the trash. Everything you was told was wrong. Everything you was told was wrong. Don't believe anything that I say either. Look it up for yourself. But I'm scrolling through my Facebook and I'm looking at what you all are interested in. There's nothing vibrating anywhere near what we're talking about. Anything that's needed, that should be getting your attention. Needed. I did watch a sister that could barely breathe. You know, telling us about the dangers of the Kobe cooties. I did watch that. And while watching, I knew there was nothing I could really do for her. I don't have a way to contact her. And even if I had a way to contact her, her beliefs are already engraved in stone. But as you believe, There's always a lie in the middle of the word believe. Thank you for coming. God bless you. Good day. Links in the description.